Okay, here's my first attempt with my really great camera here to make you guys a video on how to put fog lights on your tractor. I had a set on here on my John Deere, but they were plastic and they busted. So basically what I did was, this is the complete harness that you would get with a fog kit. I just wired it up like you'd wire up a car. The only difference is I ran it direct to the battery, but then I left a toggle switch so you could turn them off and on when you wanted to, and they weren't just messing around there. So what I did so far today was I took off the old pieces, but now I don't want to drill any more holes into my hood, but as you can see, it was plastic. It didn't take much abuse. I think the vibration killed it. So I have another set that I had taken off my pickup truck when I painted that, and they still work. So I took the brackets and lined them up here to try to hide as much of the hole as I could. I don't know if you guys can see that. This way I don't have to drill new holes. But now this piece up here I'm going to have to drill out and get rid of. But then I figure this hole here, I can slide the wires in from the light. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to get these cleaned up and get them drilled out. And probably what I'll do is, I was going to leave them black, paint them black again. But I think I might just be different. Paint the bases here maybe like John Deere yellow. And I got a lot of plastic stuff. Primer and stuff for auto body, so I'm thinking maybe I'll paint the lenses John Deere green, you know, the base. I don't know. But here's the cub I was working on. Finally got that done. I got same thing with this. I put the fog lights that broke off the John Deere. I tore the bulbs out, and it was like, I don't know, I think $100 and some to get a new wiring harness for the lights. So I just used the lights in there and used up a extra fog light install kit that I had, and hooked that to a toggle switch here on the dash. So now they come on when I want them on, and actually I think they're brighter than what the stock ones were. And then I had to redo the tail lights because they weren't working right. Now they work. But I've seen a lot of guys on YouTube that have strobes on the back of theirs for plowing at night. So I'm thinking maybe that'd be my next investment. And so we got that done. But yep, we're just gonna try to clean this John Deere up a little bit. I got this John Deere. I got a Cub Cadet 2150. I think it was 20 horsepower. And I'm training pretty good here, but I'll show you. And it's a whole freaking 4x8 trailer. A buddy of mine sold me for $600 for everything. So I just sold the Cub Cadet to a guy at Middleburg for $750. So basically I got this tractor and a trailer for free. And I picked this up a year and a half ago for what was it, $350? But something to tinker with. I don't have a job right now, so we'll see what we can do. But alright, I'm going to get these brackets cleaned up and I'll be back. Alright, did you ever think about one of those projects and you think to yourself, 15-20 minutes, well, this is turning into a project. Couldn't really drill these, so I got this hole drilled. But what I ended up doing is using my cutoff wheel to make my space here so my screw won't slide. Or actually it will slide now. But now this one here, I'm going to have to cut this out, and I don't know, I just might leave that one round to put the wires through. I just don't want to end up drilling any more holes in the hood. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this and show you guys, or if I'll have to cut it out and try it. Let me get the air compressor running here. Hold on. Alright, here we go. Let's see if we can do this. Wasn't too bad. What I'll do is I'll just take the file and clean these up. Alright, where's my screw? There it should be. That's where the wires will go in. This way here, if I have to adjust the bracket, I can. I mean, it ain't gonna look the best, but hopefully once these are mounted in there, most of this will be covered, you won't see. So I'm not too worried about looks. Alright. Let me get these brackets cleaned up, sanded up a little bit. I wish I would have got rid of my blast cabinet. That'd be ideal for that. But hey, what are you gonna do? Alright. Alright, we've got everything cleaned up, taped up, brackets, fog lights. Make sure you scuff everything down with a Scotch Brite pad. I used prep solvent, make sure all the grease and everything was off. Probably just dated myself by calling it prep sol. But I hit everything with a adhesion promoter. It's really good for plastic stuff when automotive, and I figure if you're going to do it, you might as well do it right. So I'll let this dry and then I'll hit it with some primer and then some color. Okay, smacking with a little bit of paint. Nothing great. Of course, you got to do the screws. But yeah, something to do. Keeps me out on the bars, I guess. All right, so I got the brackets on now, and it didn't come out too bad. I'm kind of thinking against the John Deere yellow though, but should have went with black. At least I didn't have to drill any more new holes in my fiberglass hood. And here's the John Deere eyeballs, all ready to go. So I got the screws and everything painted, ready to go back one there. So now we'll put them on. Okay. There's where I just ran my wires through the hood. I'll draw them tight. It don't look the best. It's kind of stupid, but it don't look too bad. And they were free, passed some time. So now as you do now is take your wires, you can see them in there, and put them into your harness just like the directions say on the pack, and hit your toggle and you got some lights. Now what I'm gonna do next, and if I get a chance I'll try to make a video on it, is the 1156 bulbs in here. I'm gonna replace them with amber bulbs, and I'm gonna add a flasher to it, so when I'm plowing snow the front end will be flashing, and then I want to do something for the rear end too. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching.